Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, Caleb Williams made some comments yesterday after practice, and look, I think it has everybody wondering if he could possibly come back. Let me say this first. Shout out to my man Phil Parker. Phil Parker is a longtime subscriber. He's always on the case. He's always on his job. He's always moving and grooving. Big shout out to him. It's his 58th birthday, and I want to say happy birthday to my main man Phil. Now, Caleb Williams made these comments, incredible comments yesterday, and let me say this: just the thought of Caleb Williams leaving, man, it's I'm honestly, it's making me sick because I'm like, wait a minute, who is going to fill these big time shoes? But Caleb Williams said that he's undecided, and we got to take it for what it's worth. But I want to show you guys some company that he's in as far as guys that had an opportunity to leave and they decided to come back. Is it out of the question? Absolutely not. And I'm not saying that from a selfish standpoint, but I'm just saying from historical standpoint. History is on our side as USC fans if Caleb Williams decided to come back, because we've had other guys, and we're going to talk about those guys. And then we're going to talk about, is Caleb Williams out of the Heisman race? I don't think so. Somebody sent me some information and about Tim Tebow and I think Lamar Jackson. Those guys had some records. We'll take a look at that. But then you look at the numbers. Caleb is still leading in all kinds of categories right now from a national standpoint, number wise. So we'll take a look at that. But let's take a look real quick at some information from historical standpoint. Where does Caleb Williams stand as far as possibly the odds of him coming back? First guy I want to take a look at, it's going to be this guy, man. You guys already know. He was the Heisman Trophy winner, man. USC hadn't had a Heisman Trophy winner. It was a 22-year gap. And all of a sudden, Carson Palmer came out of nowhere, had an incredible year. Carson Palmer, he decided to come back his senior year in 2002 and won the Heisman. Ended up coming back, big time player, and I think it was straight up go time with him, man. But Caleb Williams could absolutely fall in the same category as this guy right here, and that is being a returner as a senior. Is that out of the question? Absolutely not. I think USC has an opportunity to get him back if he decides to come back. But then, of course, that's provided that we get the best defensive coordinator that we could possibly get. I mean, we can't patty cake it and then, of course, surround them. We've already surrounded the offensive weapons, but of course, you want to get that offensive line beefed up as well. The next one is going to be a guy by the name of Cody Kessler. Cody Kessler came back as well. He was a phenomenal player. He was one that threw for almost 4,000. I think he was at 3,800 yards. Redshirted as a freshman. And that's one of the points that I want to bring up. Most of these guys, from a maturity standpoint, and I know Caleb's very mature. He's mature beyond years. But these guys, age-wise, let me say it like that, age-wise, most of these guys took a red shirt. And Caleb never did that. Of course, you guys know he was a true freshman at Oklahoma and came right in there and played. So everything was just kind of on fast-paced, fast mode for him. And so maybe he might want to take that opportunity to say, you know what, I'll come back, because it's almost like, okay, I didn't take a red shirt, but if I want to come back as a true senior, I will have the same years as some of these guys from a historical standpoint, from history, Cody Kessler, Carson Palmer. And, of course, the next one is going to be this guy, man. He's big time. Matt Leinart, man, phenomenal, incredible quarterback, threw for incredible yards as well. Heisman Trophy winner, national championship guy. He decided to come back as well. So I will say definitely, man, history is more so is on our side. And as I stated before, from a historical standpoint, the fact that Caleb didn't redshirt, I think that is advantage USC. But the jury's still out. And then, of course, you can't forget Matt Barkley, man. Matt Barkley was an absolute legend at USC, Heisman Trophy candidate. And the incredible thing about it, Cody Kessler and both Matt Barkley, both Heisman Trophy candidates. So they were always USC always had those quarterbacks that were always up there as the top candidates. This guy here, Matt Barkley, in 2012. So he's in great company, but he was one of those as well that came back as well. Now we will get into this UCLA game. They get ready to play UCLA this weekend. I'll probably touch on that tomorrow. But Caleb Williams, man, you see the company that he's in, and I think that USC has a serious opportunity to get this talent back, man. And look, man, we let me say this: thank you very much, Caleb, for everything that you've done for this program. Thank you for even considering USC. And thank you for just how you laid it all out there on the line, because you have been an absolute phenomenal player, man. Somebody that we could absolutely depend on clutch when it was time. And for those who think Caleb, these are the passing leaders through week 11 last week. And you see Michael Penix sitting up there at number one with 3,533 yards. But Caleb Williams still having a phenomenal year. And you look where he's sitting at. He's number 2 right now in the passing yardage. And he's sitting there at 3,294. LSU, Jaden Daniels, he had an absolute monster game last week. I think threw for like 600 yards, but he's 3,164 yards on the year. And then Drake May, North Carolina, 3,145. And then you see Shedeur Sanders, 3,144. So Caleb Williams, man, it's kind of overshadowed by the losses, 4 losses. But here's the thing. You could still win a Heisman Trophy with 4 losses. And that's very, very possible. And I'm going to show you guys why. Because history would tell you that. And here it is right here. Shout out to my man USC Football for Life. You can find him on Twitter. He sent me this over the weekend. But Lamar Jackson, when he won the Heisman Trophy 2016, he had a 9-4 record. I didn't even realize that. A 9-4 record. Caleb Williams right now, we currently have 4 losses, and so he's still in the mix. Why couldn't he win it? He's still clutch. He's still able to move and groove and still able to compete. And I think he's going to have a monster game this weekend against UCLA. And then, of course, you guys already know, 27, Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was a Heisman Trophy winner as well. He went 9-4. So, look, man, we can't get lost in the sauce thinking that Caleb is just all the way out of this thing, because I think he's still in it to win it. As far as the Heisman Trophy is concerned, man, you guys can hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Caleb Williams is absolutely in it. And you see where he's at for the yardage. And so not only is he up there for the yardage, but he's leading all of the country. Most TDs scored. You see Caleb Williams, 62. On the year, Bo Nix, 61. And then Jaden Daniels, 58. So Caleb, look, man, he is still in the mix for something special. And he's up for an award right now. I believe it's the Davy O'Brien. And here it is. Here they just announced it. Semi-finalists for the Davy O'Brien Award. So, look, man, he could still win the Heisman. He could still win the Davy O'Brien Award. Caleb Williams has everything out in front of him. But here's the main thing that we talked about. The main thing is Caleb Williams coming back? You guys can hit me. I'm not I'm not even gonna say that he's gonna come back, but he put a little bit of hope there. He could have shut it all down completely yesterday in the press conference. He could have shut it down. I know that's what most quarterbacks do. They just give that right answer because they don't want that attention on them going into a game. But look, everybody knows that he's going to be the number 1 pick. Will he make a decision to stay? The jury's still out on that. You guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. Everybody that comes on, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Until later on, I'm out of here. Everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.